Just like the iPad Pro, Samsung's flagship Tab S9 tablet isn't made to appeal to the masses with its premium price. No doubt it offers a really good screen and performance. You sometimes just want a good-looking tablet that doesn't feel too expensive, but also serviceable at the same time. This is where the Galaxy Tab S9 FE fills in the gap. It looks pretty with a similar aluminum build and design, and it costs almost half the price of the Tab S9 for the same amount of storage, which is really insane. So after using it for 2 weeks, I have some thoughts, and here is my review. Compared to the Tab S9, the Tab S9 FE has a slightly smaller screen at 10.9 inches and the bezels are slightly thicker, which gives it around the same dimensions, and meanwhile, it is also thicker and heavier, but despite that, I still find it very manageable even after holding for 30 minutes. The 10.9-inch display is a 1440p IPS LCD panel that refreshes at 90Hz, which is an improvement over what's offered on the Tab S7 FE previously. Though it lacks the color punch you get on an AMOLED display, it still looks decent for content consumption. Not to mention the dual stereo speakers tuned by AKG with Dolby Atmos support. They sound pretty good, and I dare say it is on par with the M1 iPad Air. The tablet features a fingerprint reader that's built into the power button, which I very much prefer to under-display ones. It has pogo pins at the bottom to power the same book keyboard cover as the Tab S9, which I'm unfortunately not provided with the review in it. But it does come with a non-battery powered S Pen, which can be magnetically attached to the top or to the back of the tablet near the camera. And speaking of the S Pen, I really love how responsive and precise it is for scribbling on the tablet, which is all thanks to the 90Hz display. If you intend to do art on it, Samsung does sell a Creator Edition S Pen that works with the tablet and has better precision. What really amazes me about the Tab S9 FE is the IP68 water and dust resistance that no other similar class tablets are offering at this time. Though, to be honest, I don't see any real-world use case for now, and this will probably appeal to those who watches Netflix by the pool or in a bathtub. Even the provided S Pen is IP68 water and dust resistant, which is really unexpected. But it's a good thing that Samsung didn't leave out such durability on a cheaper device. The Tab S9 FE is powered by the Exynos 1380 SoC that also powers the Galaxy A54 5G. You get 8GB of RAM and up to 256GB of expandable storage. The SoC is a big step down from the Galaxy Tab S9, but unless you want to push the graphics quality in games, the Tab S9 FE actually performs pretty well as a productivity tablet. I encountered very minor stutters in switching apps and scrolling that I would say it is totally negligible. I'm very impressed with how optimized the UI is, but as usual, most Android apps are just terrible at supporting tablet screens. Samsung DeX is available on the Tab S9 FE if you prefer a PC desktop-like experience, but you can't expand the tablet's display to an external monitor because the USB-C port doesn't support display output and only has USB 2 transfer speeds. This isn't going to be a big deal breaker for most people, but I think it is something that Samsung should have included as it did on the older Tab S7 FE. The cameras on the tablet are very serviceable. You get a single 12MP camera on the back and an 8MP on the front. Though don't expect them to be as good as a phone camera, but at least if you want to take some casual photos on it, they are really good for tablet standards. They also both support video recording at 4K 30fps, but I'm not sure why my unit's main camera is just limited to 1080p for whatever reasons. But let me know in the comments if you face the same thing on your unit. The Galaxy Tab S9 FE have no problems lasting up to 2 days if you're daily driving it as a productivity tablet. But I realized that standby times aren't that great, as the battery can totally be depleted in just 4 days if you aren't doing anything on it. Although the saving grace here is that Samsung has included its 45W fast charging on this tablet, which can juice up a dead battery in 90 minutes, and overall, I have no major complaints about it. In my opinion, I think this is the most sensible fan edition product that Samsung has ever made, mainly because there isn't a lot of competition in the Android tablet market and there is a clear price difference between the flagship Tab S9. The Tab S9 FE is obviously targeted at Apple's entry-level iPad and the M1 iPad Air, and I think it serves a great value proposition over these two when it comes to the hardware features, but definitely not when it comes to performance and the quality of apps you get on iPadOS. But even so, I think this is a better value tablet for media consumption and basic productivity due to its 16:10 aspect ratio that works way better than the other two. Alright, so that's all for my review on the Galaxy Tab S9 FE. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comments down below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos coming right up, and I'll see you in the next one.